So there are students and staff that are performing, and one thing that we also do is ask them some kind of question, so we get to know them a little better too when I give you the information. Tonight's question is, what is your favorite possession? So you'll also be learning that about them. And so I have to say, Becky, that we're going to be very happy with the first storyteller. Her name is Sophia Williams. It's easy to read. I appreciate when that happens. She is, I believe that's a marketing major, 2015. Am I correct about that? From Plymouth, ice sculptures. That's what they do there, ice sculptures. That's good stuff. I appreciate that. You walk through and there's like an eagle, and then there's like a brick thing. I don't know. What is her favorite possession, you ask? Cats. No, too much. Too much. Her favorite possession is cats. I hope, do you have cats?
You're going to find out.
Oh, I like what just happened there. She was like, get off the stage. So if you can please put your hands together for the first storyteller, Sophia.
When I was 5, I always wanted a cat. And my parents were really big dog people. We've always had dogs, but a 5-year-old girl, I wanted a cat really badly. So finally my parents decided to get me a cat. Well, I made up her name, and it was Murmur. So I've had this cat my whole life. And as you guys know, if you've ever had childhood pets, it's more than a pet, it's a best friend. You do everything with it. When kids at school leave you out, I mean, you hang out with your best friend, your pet. So I moved here last fall, and out of my parents' house in Plymouth, where there's ice sculptures. And I moved into my own apartment. I was all alone, so what did I do? I brought my best friend, my cat. So I brought her to my apartment, and I barely had her for about 2 months until she started losing her hearing. She couldn't smell, and if you know anything about cats, if they don't smell, then they can't eat. So I took her to the vet, and my dad came with me, and my dad has always been my rock. He's always there for me. He brings me up when I'm down. When my parents got divorced, he was the one that consoled with me about everything. So I had my dad come with me when I went to the vet, and we had to make the decision that it would be better to put her down. So I went back to school at my apartment for about 2 weeks. I was a mess. I couldn't do anything. I went to classes, but I could barely get through them without crying in class. So my dad comes to my apartment and decides to take me to an animal shelter that is right outside of Ipsy. And I didn't want another cat. I didn't want another cat. I love my cat, my best friend. So we get there, and I'm hit with like a rush of all these cats, and I'm just blissfully happy, because what animal is not happy to see you? So I'm sitting there, and I have all these cats all around me, and there's this one cat that I really liked. And he looked, it was a boy, my original cat was a girl. And he looked kind of like my cat I had previously. And he was sweet. He was the only one that would actually sit there and sit on my lap. All the other cats are going crazy, like jumping everywhere. And so my dad decided, he's like, I want to buy you this cat. You are a mess without cats. You're obviously like a weird cat lady, so you need a cat. So I'm like, okay, like I'm so excited. This was the best surprise I could ever have, because originally I didn't even want one. So we're filling out the paperwork, we're almost done, and then there's this other cat. And it comes out of this box, and it's all scared and skittish and like freaking out. And, but it's really pretty. It was like a short, like blondish cat. And the owner of the shelter told us that it was his brother. I don't know if that's true, because the one I picked out was gray, long-haired, like kind of bigger. So my dad and I are like, oh my god, we can't split up brothers, so I got 2 cats. And I'm taking them home in this cardboard box, and it was just amazing that I got these 2 cats. I named them, the gray one's Miko, the blonde one's Minx. Minx is still like kind of a little weirdo. He like freaks out and is all spastic. Oh, the doctor actually told me that he has separation anxiety from me, so that's kind of weird. But it's adorable, so thank God for my dad that he gave me this awesome surprise because I don't know what I would do without my cats.